What's up? So, we're gonna do a two-way situation. It has something to do with work. Somebody may be having some challenges at work or some questions having to deal with work. What are the messages for whomever it may concern? What are the messages? What are the messages for whomever it may concern? What are the messages? Okay, in the position of your crown for situation one, we have the Death card. You have the King of Wands, you have the Fool, Six of Swords, the Temperance, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the Four of Cups in reverse. So, I don't understand why we got a call about work. It seems like somebody is not having luck with something they were trying to manifest. So there's something about this situation dealing with a job. It's like a job you manifested. It's like a job you really wanted, but it didn't last very long. I'm gonna say it lasts anywhere from 4 weeks to 4 months, and you were expecting to be there longer. I pick up something more in depth on the darker side to where God was playing with you with this situation. It looks like God is trying to force you into an opportunity. Um, I feel like this job, this situation was an opportunity for you. Okay, so I'm starting to pick some things up. So the thing is that let's let's say you didn't have a job, right? So, um, or you thought your manifestation wouldn't come in. So I pick up that you try to dibble and dabble into some black magic, because I have a feeling whoever you are, you're not going to be seeing a job anytime soon. So in order for something like that to happen, you must have been playing in some spell work. So the thing is that I heard you're never gonna find another job. So it's kind of like when you didn't have a job and you were unhappy, you were panicking, you were worrying, you were under judgment based off of how you deal with things under pressure. When it comes to your money instability, it's kind of like you're the type of person to where if you're not happy, nobody's going to be happy. So if individuals around you were finding success with work, it's kind of like you were trying to do things to sabotage their foundation, their stability. See, and this is what I'm saying, for you to even be under judgment with something as serious as this, you have been up to a lot, you have been up to things for a while. So this is like a karmic storm that somebody is going through. And at this point in time, I think that you have realized that you just have to let the situation go. Okay, you have to let the situation go. So who I'm talking to right now, I'm talking to the opposition. Okay, so yeah, the thing is that you just have to let go. You really showed your ass, and you've been showing your ass for a while, and you have not been thinking. You have been in your fields. And obviously, it's not a good place for you to be in your fields. It's kind of like you did everything that you could to sabotage other people around you who were getting jobs. But I be telling people, when you watch God start blessing people around you, rather you like them, rather you don't, rather they're your enemy or rather they're not, that is a sign that you are about to come into your blessing as well. So for you to be up under judgment, for one, with your character being tested, and then for two, now you're in a position to where you're not going to get another job. And I'm going to tell you, if you still up to your ways, God will play with you. God will, like you'll, by a miracle, you'll pull in this really great job. then it's like God will snatch it from you. So, you've been up to some stupid shit that you shouldn't have been up to, and you was real wicked. And I guarantee shit was real funny, when stuff started happening to other people, when people started losing things, they started losing jobs and stability. You know what I'm saying? But there's one person that you could not fuck with. And that's why you were under judgment. With some people, you can get away with doing certain stuff, but with other people, you're going to learn a very hard lesson that you cannot mess with everybody. Just because you're unhappy at the time does not give you the right to try to bring misery to other people. Then you done bring all this misery to other people. Now, when you get your opportunity, now you are happy. Now there's like a shift, there's a glow, there's a change in you. Like you're ready to forget about the hard times, about the dark times, trying to erase all the shit in which that you have done. And then it's kind of like when you get your job, nobody is happy for you. Nobody celebrates with you because everybody now is exhausted and has to find out like how they're going to get back on their feet and find their stability. Nobody was competing. People were receiving their blessings, and you just decided that you was going to steal people blessings. And it's like, now when you think about it, that shit won't worth it. You see, when you got your job, when you got happy, you thought it was all going to go away. It's like it just erased, the happiness just erased all of this very dark intention and feeling and pessimism and thoughts within you. But you were raging at the fact that individuals was coming up on their blessings. This don't even have to be a job. It could be like a home. It could be property. It could be something like that. But it is contributing to your stability. So, I mean, you've been a bad boy or you've been a bad girl. And obviously, you're just now coming to the realization of how bad you have made things for yourself, because you're not going to find another job. And even if you find another job, it's going to be a crummy job that you fucking hate. So stability is out of the window for you. This is a very harsh punishment, but I just pick up like it was a couple of people, close friends, family members. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about you, huh? If you ain't happy, nobody else is going to be happy. That's some childish, ridiculous shit. We all got problems. We all got issues. We deal with negative thoughts, negative feelings. Motherfuckers deal with their shit how they deal with it. You need to figure out how to deal with yours. I tell you one thing, you're going to have plenty of time to do that self-reflection. And you got to figure out how the fuck you're going to find some type of stability for yourself. It's probably not even meant for you to find any stability because of how wicked you have been with trying to take other people's stability. And for no reason, because you're unhappy with your life. That's not an excuse. You're not going to get away with that. This is why I be trying to help people. I used to try to help people with their mental and emotional wellness, because you out here making decisions. And to you in the moment, it feels good. You think that you're doing something. You're winning these little petty battles, but you have lost the war. So, oh well. Ain't nobody got time for your sappy, sobby ass. You gonna have to figure it out. Just like motherfuckers had to figure it out when you came in and sabotaged their finances. You can't help nobody put back together or rebuild the destruction that you have caused and created. So the situation continues to be an injustice. And you're going to be punished for those injustices until justice is put back into the situation. But it has already been put back into the situation. That's why you're in the position in which that you're in. You chose the bad karma financially. So you're going to continue to experience financial issues and loss. There's also a leak in your money, the money that you do have. So if this is your savings are being depleted. So you might want to check your savings or check that account. Somebody may be stealing. You wanted to steal people's peace of mind. So, I mean, there you go. I heard 7 years. You're going to go through this for the next 7 years. Then there's going to be, after the 7 years, there's going to be 4 years of struggle. So even after you serve your 7 years of instability, in order for you to get another job, you're going to have to take jobs that pay under the table. Let me tell you, those are not stable jobs at all, and they treat you like shit, and there's no security there. So that's what you're going to be going through in that shadow period after the 7 years for the next 4 years. So, it sounds like you're adding on to your sentence. So anyway, so for who this reading is for, I understand why now you have the death card in the position of your crown, because you know that it's over, with individuals trying to come for you financially or block opportunities or block gifts that other people have for you, or manifestations, beautiful manifestations. You know, you may have been dealing with people who have, or a person who has been trying to, just block a lot for you, that your opposition. My thing is, like I said, you know that it's over. So now that you know that it's over, with the Six of Swords here, you have rite of passage. So you have, you do not have to deal. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to deal with this bullshit anymore. Okay. So I feel like you're in new energy, or you're in your good energy. You have the Temperance lined up with the King of Wands here. That's like strong Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to be, because I pick up strong Leo here too. So maybe something here about Sagittarius and Leo. Okay. But Temperance also represents Earth Angel. So with it lined up with this King of Wands, you are an Earth Angel, and you display leadership. Very well harmonized, very well tempered. Okay. Within who you are, your individuality, you know, sweet and soft, but also hard and assertive, you know, very well balanced, just a well-rounded individual overall. Okay, with the heart of an angel, and there's this angelicness to you. I do kind of pick up that, maybe you look intimidating, you know, maybe you look intimidating, maybe you feel maybe you feel this way because you could be a woman with this very strong masculine fire energy. You may operate more there, but I really feel like this is a man. Okay, so this Temperance card tells me a lot about you, because I have a feeling you may have known certain things that were going on and taking place. Maybe you don't know everything, or you don't know all of the detail, but even this situation helped you too, because with the death in the position of your crown, it's an ego death. You also know that a major transition, not transformation, you have already transformed, but there's a new transition that's taking place. Anybody in your life that wants to leave or that has to go, let them go. Okay, I pick up something here about a new location. It's like a new life. You're receiving a new life, so you are about to rebirth a new, I feel like it has to do with career and finances. Okay, so if you know about what somebody has tried to do or has done to you, attempted to do to you, sabotage you some kind of way financially, like, you've let that go. Maybe you know what their fate is, or maybe you just decided that you're not going to allow for that to bring you down or put you in a place that's only going to keep you stagnated. Okay, I see an animal. I don't know if it's a lion, a cougar, or what, but it's a predator animal. This animal is running fast through a field of like high grass. So that's what I'm saying. I can't really tell what animal it is, but baby is moving fast, honey. There's nothing that it's trying to catch. So is somebody back on the prowl? Is somebody single or something? Was this a situation dealing with a partnership? Did your partner, well, it could be anybody, because it could be somebody maybe you stay with, just somebody, it could be a partner, could have been somebody that you work with, could have been somebody that you don't even fucking know. But you know something spiritually, you know something. Okay, so with the Temperance card, God is asking you to be still. Okay, because there's going to be some type of enlightenment that comes through. You are a very highly enlightened being. Okay, so you're taking action, moving in the direction towards your faith. You have moved through rite of passage. Now you're here. Now you're here at the temperance to where God is saying, be still. There is some type of karmic storm, and you are in the eye of the storm, meaning that you have found your inner peace. This is stillness, which is very alchemizing, considering the King of Wands is all about movement and action. He's all about doing. Okay. So you're going to find more patience within your steps. I heard within your climb, whatever that is. But when we talk about climb, it usually symbolizes ascension. Okay. So when it comes to your metamorphosis, where you are out of the cocoon. However, you are giving yourself time to allow your wings to expand before you start flying. Okay. This is a lot of fire energy. It's a lot of Sag, a lot of Aries, a lot of Leo here. So my thing is that I think that you're going to be enlightened to what you pretty much already know and is experiencing spiritually, because there may have been a shift. Something may have been bothering you, or you may have been worried about something. Then it's kind of like the next morning when you wake up, it's just like, wow, man, something is different. I feel lighter. The things in which that were once consuming my mind from morning to night is no longer here. The panic attacks, the anxiety of things, the indecision of things, like it's like all of that just left you. My thing is, personally, it sounds like you were experiencing the universe fucking somebody up. I'm just saying. You was experiencing what they was going through. So it's like God is trying to tell you, I'm trying to, you're not going to see this because motherfuckers be trying to op up and hide shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I can't put it right in front of your face as to what this person is going through. And of course, they want to hide it from you. I can't just intervene and make them confess about what they're going through. So I'm taking you on an experience. So you know what these individuals are going through. I'm giving you insight. So God has been communicating with you through experience. Okay, so Empress energy, the feminine. Okay, so it seems like you're happy to be back in that masculine. Maybe you were experiencing what another woman was going through. I mean, maybe what your woman was going through. Maybe, like her consequences. Let's say if you're in a relationship, yeah, you may be devastated that somebody betrayed you, but at the same time, you're feeling that loss of love, that hurt, that hopelessness, and even with that anger and that rage, you may feel like, well, God, you need to avenge me. I want to see something happen to this person. Well, you're not going to see it, but you have experienced it. Because of course, motherfuckers don't want you to know that they're sinking out here. You know what I mean? Especially when they did you wrong, because they know that it's a backfire of how they treated you. And they know they shouldn't have did that, because they tried to get one up on you. They tried to sabotage, take from you. Like, what? Not only did you break my heart and you betrayed me, you also tried to steal from me. You tried to see me down. I pick up a separation. This could have been a divorce, but it's giving me like a separation. It's just like, this man, he's looking, he's just like, okay, well, I understand that we're separated. I understand, whatever. But it's just like, damn, like you're turning into a person I didn't even know was inside of you. Now you sit back and you reflect and you start thinking about the little things that you overlooked about this person. You start thinking about the red flags that you overlooked. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how long y'all been together, you start getting upset with yourself. Because it's just like, I should have been seeing that shit. I should have been out. I had a feeling about this and I had a feeling about that. And I did not trust my intuition. Maybe even God was trying to communicate or talk to you. It's like you heard it, but you doubted it. So you just pretend as if you didn't hear or heed the warnings. It's definitely giving me Leo. Like don't get upset when I say this, because Leos get upset when I say this, but it's like sometimes Leo be loyal to a fault. It's, like Leo's partner could be cheating in the next room. And Leo can hear it and everything, right? And somebody will say, Leo, your girl, your woman in there fucking somebody else. I know you hear it because I hear it. Leo is just like, no, they wouldn't do that to me. That's not them. That sound like them, but that's not them. They wouldn't do that to me. So then the friend is just like, Leo, I think that you should see it for yourself. So Leo barges in the room. And what does Leo see? Leo sees their partner as somebody else. Leo has to see it to believe it. You know what I mean? I think that that's not a Leo thing. I think that that has a lot to do with people in general, because we're programmed and taught that seeing is believing. And I feel like when it comes to human beings, you do need to give them something, a little something to see, to align and confirm the truth. You know what I mean? So you may be a person of facts. You may have had all of your facts together, all of your receipts together. You're sitting there thinking to yourself, I thought that this person was a lot smarter. For some reason, I thought that this fight would be a little more challenging for me. You see, you put somebody else on a pedestal, so you spent a lot of time looking up to them, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm pretty sure with your energy, individuals put you on a pedestal too. So, it's just, I don't know. It's mind blowing. Like seeing this person. It's mind blowing seeing this person. It's like the truth of them got squeezed out because of this whole situation. And you had to see it, you know. Now the thing is that you experienced it. You're about to be enlightened to something. And I have a feeling you are about to see something. You're about to catch like a little window or a glimpse. It's not going to be spiritual. It's going to be something practical. With the death card in the position of your crown, you have already manifested the letting go. So once everything comes to you and it hits and the truth is fully out, if it hasn't already come out, then you're going to be working on the rebirth. You dodged a serious bullet, because I guarantee there are other people in your life who are like this person and they have been hiding. Especially if you're in a relationship. Because this is when I tell people you got to date spiritually, because you'll begin to connect to that person's spirit through distance. Then you'll start noticing that the people that you deal with on the outside of your relationship, they are reflecting hidden parts and aspects of your partner. Okay, so an example, when it comes to my baby daddy, it seems like when I go out here and I deal with men, it seems like it's always men who are going through some serious, deep, in-depth things that they don't trust anybody with. So that is a part of my son's father that he's hiding from me. But he's not hiding it because I know. You know what I mean? He camouflages it with lightheartedness, but I know the truth. And I see it in other men that I deal with. Okay. So we're gonna end the reading there. So until the next time, we'll talk again. Thank you.